And hello, everyone. Gabe the Izzard here. I am in Hollywood, California, walking up a very steep hill underneath a great big palm tree. I'm here for a couple days. Gonna see some sights, experience some things, and do what I do best, and that's enjoy myself. Don't know what today will have in store, but I'm sure it's gonna be cool. Go ahead, tag along. So right now I am on the back side of Hollywood Boulevard. Mann's Chinese Theater is just on the other side of that building. And I am heading up this very steep hill. Some cool little apartments and really nice houses up here in Hollywood. Well, I've made my way to the Freeman House, which is a house built in 1924, designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. It's vacant. It's fallen into disrepair. Can't really make out much in there, but it's in bad shape. Very bad shape. It is a house that does have a fairly great view of downtown Los Angeles and Hollywood. So we made it up, kind of up this hill. We have the Hollywood sign, Hollywood Cross, and Griffith Observatory. Here's a set of steps going down, and they also go up from the other end. It's the Paramount steps. Just came up the East La Presa steps right over there, and they're heading to a dead end. Lemon tree, or is it a lime? These are the stairs here on the corner of Yeager Place and La Presa. Here at the dead end of High Tower is the High Tower. Don't know much about it, but it's right there. Climbing up a ton more stairs, we get up to a bench with a view. Right here. This is a nice spot here in the Hollywood Hills. Downtown Los Angeles in the distance. Anaheim, straight south, Orange County. Over that hill is, well, basically just right over the hill is Hollywood Boulevard, and then you would get out to Santa Monica and the ocean. Right here is the High Tower. That's where I was standing, and I said, there's the tower. And then I took some stairs that are right there and walked up those stairs and came along this little path. Hidden gem. And this is on Alta Loma Terrace. And it's just a long sloped path. They don't have to worry about snow and sliding down, even though that might be a little interesting. Basically big old houses, cool houses built like in the 20s. To the right and left of me. Helicopters overhead.
Could that be Razzle's shoe? Dang you, Vince Neil.
Nothing says Hollywood like a trip to the mall and to everyone's favorite Instagram selfie location. So I'm walking down what would be the red carpet at the Dolby Theater, right across from Jimmy Kimmel Live. So we're making our way down the Hollywood Walk of Fame, where all the tourists are, all the stars, all the scammers, all the stars for the people. Hey look, Robert Zemeckis. Thanks for the movies, dude. And that leads us to what used to be the Man's Chinese Theater. Now it's the something else. Forget, TCL. Now I am walking away from Hollywood Boulevard. It is way too many tourists, way too many things going on, and nothing that really piques my interest. The streets that I walked down earlier were cool enough for me. Just think about those apartments, the Madison. Who OD'd in there? I've been called a bump on a log, but never a stump out of the sidewalk. The Nirvana building, right in front of Magic Castle. That's where all the secrets of the magicians are kept. And the magicians go and hang out and don't share each other's secrets. So we're on Franklin Avenue, and it's lined with some sweet apartments, but I don't know if I really want to live in this area because there's a whole homeless bum encampment. But the apartments really look cool. Then walk just a short little half a block, and it's a really sweet area. Lots of cool houses and apartments, but still your random homeless bum sleeping on the sidewalk. Able-bodied homeless bum. So we made it to the Hollywood Walk of Fame at the beginning of it, right here on Hollywood Boulevard in La Brea. They got this little iconic, I don't know, gazebo. But the real stars of the show is the LAPD Hollywood. Here underneath this satanic star is Hollywood Boulevard. We're gonna walk back down here, the Chinese Theater, right down there. We're gonna make our way back down that way. But we're gonna do it on the opposite side of where most of the tourists are. Oh, and by the way, the Elvis Presley star is here, along with the Beatles. The Beatles are under me. I'm sitting on the Beatles. I worked a show for Casey and the Sunshine Band. They're pretty tight. It's really strange that you just walk down a road and have words in the sidewalk that make you feel happy. You could just walk along and then you see Rick Springfield and you wish you had Jesse's Girl. Just keep going. Who knows? See something else. Florence Henderson, right there. If only he could see this. Historical significant buildings like the Hollywood First National Building fall in disrepair, while all the other buildings fall into tourist traps. I suddenly have the urge to jump up on a couch and dance, and then spill the beans while I'm being monitored with electrodes. As you walk down further to the east, there's less tourists and Same amount of tourist traps. But more of the urine smell that happens. But if you want to take the time to come out here and just look at this place. Hollywood Toys back in the day. Now it's a wig shop for drag queens. More sublime architecture. Here's the Pacific Theater, which is another old and dilapidated building. Nothing's going on in there, but it did at one point in time. At the corner of Hollywood and Vine, the quintessential old Hollywood. Hollywood and Vine Loft. I don't know if it's still open, but possibly. This is the Hollywood and Vine Commercial Entertainment District. It was established in the 20s, just like the houses that are around. And the famous Capitol Records building. Climbing up this treacherous dirt hill, I'm heading up to the Hollywood Cross. I'm going to get a really killer view. It's going to be awesome. No spoilers. The Great Hollywood Cross, dedicated to Jane Boakman, December 25th, 1993. Here it is in all its glory and grandeur, overlooking not only the city of Hollywood, Griffith Observatory right over there, but all of the greater Los Angeles area. It's very cool. The sun is about to set, and we are atop this hill overlooking Hollywood and Los Angeles. Santa Monica, Venice, so on and so forth. Santa Barbara, further on south. And over here, lurking in the distance, beyond the sun, the Hollywood Bowl, where reggae night is happening tonight. And we will be there tomorrow. No spoilers. Sun is slowly going behind the hill. Only a sliver left at the top. Casting shadows across the valley. Very treacherous, dangerous path that we were walking down as we were seeing the sunset upon Los Angeles, California. As the Hollywood Bowl fills up with spectators anticipating a night of reggae. We're here. Random stairs that lead up to nowhere and down to nowhere. And as the traffic comes pouring in to the Hollywood Bowl for reggae night, I am calling it a night. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat and then get out of here. So stay tuned for the next one, because it's gonna be cool. Gonna see some things and do some things. Until then, later. Walking distance from the cross.